Thank you, Susan. Good afternoon. So CUSO is honored to host this global forum about access to justice for women and children, and to meet and exchange ideas with a number of CUSO partners from the South. And these CUSO partners come from Ghana, from Peru, and if they have arrived from Vanuatu, to share knowledge and suggest new avenues for reflection and action. And over the years, judges, lawyers, normal citizens have paid the ultimate price in defending the concept of the rule of law, whether it's during the military regime in Ghana, the insurgency in Peru, or the civil war in Guatemala, where I was 2 weeks ago. From the interaction that I've seen so far, there's a great deal to share about nurturing the integrity and impartiality of the judiciary, about integrating indigenous in our formal justice system, about alternative dispute resolution that focus on mediation. Thank you.
Avant d'entrer dans le vif du sujet, une prémisse doit cependant être établie. Pour avoir accès à la justice dans une société démocratique, il faut d'abord avoir des droits. Vous comprendrez donc, je ne peux aborder la question de l'accès à la justice dans notre société pour les enfants et pour les femmes sans faire un survol de l'histoire de l'acquisition de l'ordre. Alors, les enfants d'abord, c'est dans l'ordre des valeurs des femmes.
Administration of justice. The enforcement of human rights and equitable and fair access to justice depends heavily on judicial system performance. The administration of justice is vested in a system that is equally accessible to all. However, there is a total lack of awareness of these laws, as these women are often not literate, even in the local languages as well. A judicial reform project was set up in 2005 in order to offer a speedy, effective, and efficient delivery of justice. The ultimate objective of the modernization reform program is to improve access to justice and to bring justice to the doorsteps of the citizens of Ghana.
Este foro contribuye a engrandecer ese contexto en el cual los operadores del derecho, los jueces, debemos trabajar.
Process in 1997, the women identified that a major obstacle to gender equality was violence, where most victims were neither not women and children.
When we're talking about access to justice, whose justice are we talking about?
And I can tell you that access to justice is vital to the very survival of democracy and the rule of law. For nothing rankles more in the heart of any human being than a brooding sense of injustice.
En primer lugar, quiero agradecer la invitación de CUSO. Yanmar, es un honor para mí, para el Instituto de Defensa Legal, poder compartir en este foro internacional.
Enshrined in the Constitution, Chapter 5 is equality for men and women, where they are afforded the same human rights and responsibilities under fundamental rights. This is far from reality in Vanuatu.
We have been on various outreach programs to the most indigenous parts of the country, and women have not, there hasn't been a single woman in the group. And when asked, we have been told that women cannot appear in the same forum for discussion.
Aboriginal women, women of color, immigrant women, women with disabilities. all experience higher levels of inequities, more poverty, more violence, and less access to services and resources.
As important as the formal structures are, it's also very important to look at cultural attitudes, traditional attitudes, and how those customs and traditions affect the lenses of what is just and what is not just, because much of the unjust treatment comes from these practices.
I will show you a picture made to describe even the challenges that women face, and these are things that hold her back from getting access to the justice, the respect of her family, the traditional ceremonies that put her in her place, in her home, her obligations to her greater extended family. She is bound by these barriers even before she can step out of her home.
Traditionally, after the death of a man, the widow, she will be undoubtedly faced and rejection by the husband's family. She is usually accused of witchcraft, or having bad luck, or having a hand in the death, in the cause of the husband's death. But I have gone through it, so I know how it is.
When we talk about access, what do we mean? For me, I consider whether the justice that is being delivered is effective. Is it fair? Is it speedy? Is it affordable? Is it available? Are poor people aware of their rights? The law in the hands of the right people with the right motives can be used as a powerful instrument.
Thank you for being all here today, and thanks a lot for your interest in this issue that I believe will become a pillar of our programming for the coming years. Thank you.
By saying that kudos to CIDA and CUSO for continuing to support or collaborate with our development partners in Africa, in the Pacific, and Asia Pacific and Latin America. That is how access to justice is. It is a journey. It is a long journey. It is going to be hard for us to get there. I think that with all of us together, we're going to make it. In my village, when we go to farm and we are weeding and it is tough, we sing to provoke ourselves. So I am going to sing, and those of you who know the song, you can always accompany me. We shall overcome. We shall overcome.